The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys!
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holley, and Shannon Gross.
Victory Monday!
Yeah!
We going to the Super Bowl!
Whoa. Hey, I brought extra water because I've been drinking the Kool-Aid. It's real sweet, baby.
Live.
Sugar rush. You already had one sugar rush for last week.
Championship Plaza outside
I forgot
Ford
about
Center.
that.
At the Star in Frisco, Texas, where it is 89 degrees. It feels like 90. The high today is 91. The low tonight is 71. And
That is Shannon. He is Nate. This is Kurt. I am the
Believe my eyes.
I am Mr. Believe What I See.
Yes, sir.
And listen to me.
the bringer of the juice.
I am the bringer of the juice. I am the cultivator of the gooch juice. Jesse Holly, together we make Hanging with the Boys, the sports talk equivalent of Braille people. Feel us.
Yes,
when
sir.
Everything is right in the world.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Got it back on
My
track.
boy was here 30 minutes early today.
I was ready.
I ain't gonna lie, I was here an hour early. I was in the parking lot
okay.
on the phone. I was just chilling.
We weren't missing today.
Yeah.
We had to right the unjust in the world,
Yes.
which was last week.
Yes.
So can we all agree that was just a freak?
Told y'all.
It was just an
y'all.
egg. They just laid an egg last week, but we good.
We good.
Now
we
there's
good.
Now there's a
the
couple.
offensive line was back in play. We good.
We good.
Nate, assessment of the game.
Well, it was great. It was great. it was great. Bro, it was great. I was sitting up just looking from the kickoff. And about 5 minutes in, I took a deep breath.
You good?
I'm good, bro.
What about you, Kurt?
My mentals and my dentals are in place.
Great. They took care of business. They beat a team they're supposed to beat.
Yeah.
They beat them handedly. No,
I have to say, I have to
nice.
apologize to one guy, though.
Who? Bill Belichick?
No, I have to apologize to this dude, Josh Rodriguez, who works he works with William.
Yeah.
And because I was repeating what you said, which turned out to be true. He was Mr. Juice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But everybody I talked to say this kid is still around a 15, That's
Around
really
15 what?
the top
Quarterback in the league.
That's what they
Middle of
now.
the-
They don't believe that now after the game, but
Before
everybody
the
kind of
game.
believe that. So I have to apologize to him, but I'm believing in Jess.
Believe in my eyes, man.
What's your take on what's your recap?
I told y'all.
You realize we're going to
Yes, sir.
put up with this every week that he's right.
No,
glad
because
you're
when I'm wrong,
We're gonna let you know about
when
it.
I'm wrong, everybody and their
let you
mama
know
let
about
me
it.
know about it. And that's why I said to y'all last week, I'm never going to stop trusting my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
What happened in Arizona, when I looked at what happened in Arizona, I said, that's not real. Like, that was something that I hadn't seen this team do before. Offensively and defensively. I'm like, there's no way that's them. I know what I saw coming into these games. And I'm just gonna keep trusting my eyes, right or wrong or indifferent, and we're gonna just roll. No, but seriously, this was a fun game to watch. I knew this game was over. Literally, I knew this game was over when Bill Belichick got Belichicked. When Bones Fossil,
the trick play on the.
I said it's done. I said,
was that in his head? You think he was like,
this is when, like, that was when Rocky made the Russian bleed. It's done. When you can pull, like people always say, people hate when you do a them on you or you on them, whatever they is, however they act, you do that to them. They don't like that. When I saw that happen, I said, this is over. The Russian is cut. Belichick is done. Done. When that happened.
So first touchdown, you were like, over.
When that happened.
When he did that,
When that happened, I said, it's over.
because coach do not.
It's over.
Yeah.
It is
that's pouring
over.
salt, bro. He true.
It's
Look at his face, man.
over.
He's supposed to be known for those little details.
He and somebody out detailed the most detailed. I said, stick a fork in him. At that moment, with all the game that we had left, I said, that's the nail in the coffin. The 2-point fake field goal throw to Chauncey Golston. Was it Chauncey Golston?
Yeah.
For the 2 points, I said, pack him up. Pack him up. Pack all of them up. Send them back to Massachusetts, Boston, whatever, and back to Attleboro. At that moment, it's over.
Wasn't that did I see where that's the worst defeat he's ever suffered?
38. That's worse.
And they've played some hell of a team.
Pack him up.
And I mean that's
His whole career.
that's saying something.
He was
Mac
on
Jones or no Mac Jones.
Pack him up.
He was on some bad Browns teams to begin with.
Yeah.
Too.
Pack him up.
You know it hurts so bad though, because we like great coaches that pay detail. We love that. I mean, as players, we love that. But when he walked over to his starting quarterback and told him like, "You done," this other kid. But before that, when he did his
When he had his face wiped his face.
when he wiped his face, that reminded me of Jimmy. And it's like something
Just
gonna
get on the
change.
bus.
When this game is over,
Somebody's
gonna
losing their
change.
job.
Oh yeah, something gonna change, bro.
But and we have bowed, we have revered,
Yes, sir.
we have put on Mount Rushmore Bill Belichick.
Rightfully so.
Mm-hmm. Let me not sit here and all of a sudden, because I still rightfully so. But for like athletes, we always say Father Time is undefeated.
It is.
It's time.
It's time. It's time. And if there's ever been, and we are fans of great coaches.
Rest we are.
We are a fan of great coaches. But I can tell you one thing that is for sure. You've never, ever, ever, ever seen a great coach without great players.
Yeah, that's true.
Red Auerbach, Tom Landry, Popovich, Phil Jackson, Don Shula, Bill Walsh. Name them.
Vince Lombardi.
Name them. If they stood on the sideline
Papa John
and held
Alice.
the position of head coach, they wasn't running out 53 Jesse Hollies. They may have found a way to get the best out of Jesse Hollies. They wasn't running out 53 of me. Nah, they were running out
Two
some
or
Troy.
three Shannons.
They were running out some Troys. They were running out some
Emmets.
Emmets. They was running out some Joe
Micah
Montanas, some Kobe's,
Yeah.
some Bill Russells.
Yes.
So if we ever have the debate again about is it the coach or is it the player,
It's the player.
always choose the guy that are actually on the field doing the work.
Yes.
I may be biased and partial to that, but Bill's cooked. Bill, you know what that meant to me? That was,
It's over.
it's time for me to go on the lake.
It's over.
It's because when you
Yes, sir, bro.
when you no longer are one, the smartest person in the room, and then two, you have to just know when your time is up. Just your assessment of overall players, your ability to get them to play at a certain people. I said this. I don't know if it was on this show or my show. I got so many shows that I do. I don't even know what they run together sometimes. But I said, Phil Jackson wasn't the Zen master. He wasn't this calm, cool, collected person because he read a book, because he meditated, because he knew who Mother Teresa was or Gandhi or whatever. You know why Phil Jackson was such a Zen master?
Why?
Because Phil Jackson understood no matter what happens, guys,
I got Michael.
Michael Jordan. How can you not be calm when you got Kobe and Shaq? You know what?
You can see him. Settle down. There's Mike.
Yeah, like,
settle down.
why would I have to yell? Kobe, triangle. Like, you wonder why Popovich was so just.
Yes.
I got Tim Duncan and I got David Robinson.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I
Pat
could be.
Riley.
Pat Riley still got good hair.
Jimmy. Oh, never mind. Jimmy was never called, was he?
But I'm just saying,
he was.
You see how you're like, man, he's such a calm, cool, collective coach. When you can sit back and know I don't give a darn what's going on in this game. I got a dude that win numbers 23, who most people call him Black Jesus.
Yes.
What am I yelling about? What do I have to work? Can I sleep well at night? Bill Belichick can do what he wanted to do for 20 years. You know why? He marched a dude out there that was one of the most competitive human beings on God's green earth, named Tom Brady.
Yeah. Since Tom's left.
It ain't been looking good for Bill.
Who would
3
win
out
the
of 4
first
years
Super
with no
Bowl?
playoffs,
Tom.
no
Remember that was
playoff
the
win.
question. Who would win the first Super Bowl? Tom or
Bill.
Bill? And it was 50-50.
It took 365 days, and we got the answer. Tom was like, "Oh, don't worry, I'm gonna go down here to Tampa."
Yeah.
Bloop, hoisted. So let's end the debate of any time.
Perfect. I know y'all want to wait, but can you hoist something else?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I
thought-
know y'all want to wait. Don't wait, Shadow.
Why are you touching me?
I got you,
Violate
man.
me over
You
here.
kind of
So
built.
rough.
You left to show you was kind of soft. You
Still,
come back,
hey, he
you
still
gotta-
got a grill.
Oh no, he got that vice grip now. He got that vice
gonna do-
grip with the old man strength.
We got to
Yes.
do that. I don't want these people to
Yeah,
wait.
we have a new centerpiece on
Yes,
the
sir.
table. We're trying to figure out how we split this thing in 4 ways, and then Chris is
The
trying
dude
to,
just got to send some
Chris
more.
is probably just going to steal it. So
Bring
just
it to the
settle the
show.
debate.
Chris deserve it.
So our
But
good
don't be shooting at it with your fake guns and stuff.
our good buddies over at Pancake Customs, Brad White and David Pancake. That's a
great
heck
name.
of a name.
That's a great
man.
name.
They listen to the show each and every day. Brad's been DMing me on IG for years, and they have a fabrication shop. Their Instagram is ArcLife Fab, ARCLIFE Fab. And they made us.
Yes.
They made the show. This thing's heavy. This thing
It
weighs
is.
what,
Yeah.
probably 15 pounds? It's solid metal. They made our logo into a piece of art, metal fab artwork, and it is awesome.
It is.
It looks really cool. So, guys, we appreciate you making that. That's
So for all of
awesome.
you who have man caves or game rooms
Yes.
or you turned your garage into something, hit them up. And
Yes.
this is not no flimsy. This
No.
is real deal.
Yeah.
Like metal. It's
It's
heavy.
like a car door.
It's heavy.
Yeah. That's awesome, though. That thing
Yeah.
looks great. And we had a birthday in the house.
Yes, we do.
Is it
Yes,
your
we-
birthday?
No, it's not mine.
Is it your birthday?
That's Kurt. He
Jesse?
just asked you.
Is it your birthday?
Nope, not mine.
Chris, is it your birthday?
Negative.
Is it
Is it your
Jasmine's birthday?
Nah.
Is it your birthday?
It's not my birthday.
Oh,
But former member of the show and our next door neighbor,
yeah.
Douglas Barraclough.
Dougie
Yeah,
Fresh.
Dougie.
Dougie
Happy
Fresh.
birthday.
Happy birthday, baby.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
He puts all our cow bites out.
You look great for 73.
Right? Doesn't he
Douglas.
do the cow bites?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
he does.
He does. There you go.
So Kurt looks good for 70?
No, Douglas looks
come
good
on
for
now.
78.
Oh, okay.
Wonder how old Douglas is.
I was about to say, I know Douglas.
He's 52 today. He's 52
52?
years old. Yes.
52.
And hey, I tell you what, Douglas is deceiving because we had a debate. We almost got in a fight on this show
Wow.
whether he could throw a football
Yeah. Oh, I remember
yeah.
that.
40
Yeah.
yards
Wow.
on the line.
Remember that.
Yeah.
And he went out there on that field.
They roped it.
Roped it. Like, and I was like, okay, I won't talk any trash about your athletic ability ever again, Douglas. 'Cause he was talking about he was the intramural quarterback and all. I was like, very few people can throw a 40-yard pass on a rope. if
Yeah.
you're not a professional athlete. And dude, he just, and I mean, sneaky, just, and it was like, so I was like, good, we're good, Doug. We're good, Doug.
We good. We good.
All right, let's take our first break. When we come back, more Victory Monday.
Yeah,
Hanging
let's
with the
go.
boys.
The Juice Award winner is.
Mac Jones.
Fall is here, and that means football is back, bringing all the delicious game day foods with it. As you prep for all the big games, tailgates, and watch parties, let Yo Quiero be your one-stop destination for all things home gating. Yo Quiero's fresh, flavorful, ready-to-serve guacamole, made with real Hass avocados, will score taste bud touchdowns as you cheer on the Cowboys. Yo Quiero's wide range of mouthwatering and versatile products can be found in your local grocery store's produce or deli section. Grab some today.
Star Sports Tours is the only official fan travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys, offering exclusive game weekend travel packages with pre-game sideline access and photo ops with current players, cheerleaders, and Cowboy legends. You want to stay at a team hotel, attend the best tailgate party in Texas, tour the Star, and talk X's and O's with me, Everson Walls? With Star Sports Tours, you can. Visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today.
SeatGeek has your back no matter what kind of Cowboys fan you are. So whether you're a diehard fan or a don't really care fan, a we got 'em next time fan or we'll never win again fan, a here for the tailgate fan or a first one through the gates fan, SeatGeek not only makes buying and selling tickets easier than ever before, they made just about everything else easier too. So whether you're a here every week fan or haven't been here in years fan, SeatGeek has you covered. Download the SeatGeek app today. SeatGeek, your ticket to great Dallas Cowboys seats.
How's Wingstop sound? Crispy, juicy, classic wings. Made to order, cooked to perfection. And sauced and tossed in those 11 soul-satisfying flavors. Paired with hand-cut seasoned fries, house-made honey mustard, blue cheese, or signature Wingstop ranch. And of course, spicy Cajun fried corn. I think you've heard enough. Get your flavor delivered at wingstop.com.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Welcome back to Hanging with the Boys. Each and every day, our show is brought to you by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings.
Thank you, Brandon Cooks, for your 50-something yards.
The second segment is brought to you each and every day by blockchain.com.
Block 'em.
Blockchain.com. Our picks yesterday, I hadn't found a good way to do this other than just our score predictions. The way I've been doing it, if y'all know a better way, tell me.
I know. No, that's thing too heavy. Because I was like, whoever get the closest or whoever pick,
takes it home for the week, like a kindergarten project.
That thing's pretty heavy though.
I don't know. That's a heavy thing to be lugging back and forth.
Lugging back and forth. So that ain't
all Nate's gonna do if he wins, he's gonna put it in somebody's office and like, hey, remind me next week to bring this back.
Yeah. Nate will take it home and won't come back.
Thank you.
You know how Nate is. It ain't coming back.
What sign?
But
I ain't had that sign.
But the way I've been doing it is subtracting how many points you are off by the Cowboys score and how many points you are off by the visitor score, and then adding that together. And whoever has the lowest difference wins for the week. Does that sound like the best way to do it?
I think I won again.
You did not. I beat you by 1 point.
That's the guy with the pen.
You were 20. Yep. Exactly. 1 point.
You gotta always monitor and audit the guy with the pen. You gotta always audit the guy with the pen.
I was 19 points off. Jesse, you were 20. Chris was 20. No, Chris was 20 points off. Kurt was 26 off, and Jesse was 22 off. So I beat you by 3. Chris, I squeaked you out by 1. Chris said no one got Zeke's jersey after the game. He wore it into the locker room. We were talking earlier. What they probably did is what they do now. Guys that don't swap jerseys on the field, like Dak never does it.
Just send them one.
They get the equipment guys after they get their pads off in the locker room. So we need to ask around. Kurt, you need to.
Just FYI, for those of you who don't know, I just want to, from a player's perspective, I want to let y'all in on a little bit of a secret.
Ooh.
Those jerseys are not free. Just FYI.
Yep.
They pay for every single one of them, and you're talking about $300 to $350 per jersey.
Give them away, they got to pay for it.
Oh, 100%. You get a bill for that. So every jersey that you see that's given away, they have to pay for that. That is deducted out of their check.
That's why when a practice squad dude gets elevated, he don't give his jersey.
I'm telling y'all, as someone who knows, just because that, I don't care if it's Dak, I don't care if it's CD, I don't care who the player is. You give your game worn jersey away.
Pay for it, yep.
They're taking out $350 out of your check, and it literally says jersey. $350 deducted. Back when I was playing, it was $250. Inflation is here, so it's up to $350. Those jerseys aren't. So if you're out there asking a family member who may play in the National Football League, they not walking down and seeing Bucky in the equipment room and saying, "Hey, give me a number 16 jersey for my aunt." They'll go, "Okay, cool, we will."
And then when even ask you, they just say, "Okay, hand you your jersey, and you'll see it."
And you'll see
out of your check.
and you'll see it out of your check. Now, what some guys do before the season starts. Because a lot of guys, to your point, Dak, some people like that, they get their jerseys custom, like to their liking. You'll see certain sleeves are just cut certain. You have
all of them are tailored, by the way.
Right, but I'm saying the sleeves. Some people have longer sleeves. Some people have the shorter crop ones. Some people have. You see, like Tyrant has the ones that go like this. So every time you do that, Bucky and them have to then go and make another jersey like the one that you just gave away. So some players will just say, "Hey, I'm gonna order 10 jerseys this year." Or whatever it is, 8 jerseys, whatever, how many home road games, whatever the number is. And they'll pre-order those beginning of the season. So that way, the one that you have, that they use every single week, those now go right back into, to your rotation, and the other ones you can give away. But those jerseys are not free.
Micah Parsons does that, by the way.
Does what?
Has an extra one.
So every game he gives, when he switches his jersey with someone, he gives them a jersey that he's already paid for.
Yeah.
And just hands it to him. He keeps the one that's on him. He just gives them
Because he likes the way it fits.
So he keeps his jersey and hands his.
Now
his
shoes
jersey.
and gloves are different, right? They get free, right?
Free
Shoes and
99.
gloves.
Those who have deals
Some
have deals.
players.
Those who have
Everybody
deals,
don't.
everybody gets free gloves. Everybody gets free. You can go down there and get cleats. Guys get new cleats every week. I got new cleats every week. I got new gloves every single week. Those people who have deals with like gloves, as far as like Cutters or Nike or whatever, whoever the provider is, those companies will usually at times send you
whole boxes.
A whole box. And again, the stars like Dak, for example, Jordan guy, they send him so much stuff. And is in the back with Bucky and the crew that he decides what he wants to wear each and every week. But yeah, cleats and gloves, just from the league alone, you can go and get what you need.
And then the pod picks, nobody on this show got it right.
I thought I had it. Turpin went around that end.
Oh, did.
Yeah.
And then he got mugged.
Fumble.
Yeah.
Got caught. How did he get caught?
Hunter Lipke scored the first rushing touchdown of the game. Only rushing touchdown of the game, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's correct.
Yes.
So who got it right, Chris? You said Derek and
It was Derek and Nosey.
Of course.
and the scientist.
Of course.
Scientist. All right, so
Man, out of all you dudes, y'all can get this part right. I hate for that show to get anything over us.
hey, you picked Dak. So let's talk about that.
81%.
They finally
82%.
They finally scored in the red zone.
Should have been twice.
Should have been twice. And I know
Ain't gonna never be good enough, is it?
Schoonmaker dropped it.
Coach. Yeah,
Schoon.
I thought he had that ball, man.
That was a tough catch.
No, guys, this is National Football League.
That was a tough
That's
catch.
that's right off the ear hole of the linebacker. That is literally how you draw it up. I want to run down the seam. Linebacker is chasing me.
You draw it up, falling on your head.
You draw it up. You draw it up exactly the way you saw it.
That's why Kelsey gets the Swifts and Schoonmaker just going to upset.
I guess so.
Schoonmaker down at trailer parks with me.
Yeah.
Kelsey get the Swifties. Schoonmaker get the trailer park with OJ Holly.
Man.
That's the difference.
So Coach was glad they scored finally because.
Yeah.
But I think you got to do it again next week to prove that it's not a problem, right?
No, you don't have no choice. You don't do it next week.
It is a problem.
You'll lose.
Yeah.
You don't score in the red zone next week.
You kick field goals next week.
You're going to lose. That's a fact. This week coming up, you against San Fran, you better be scoring touchdowns.
Yep. So do you think the red zone offense is a topic of discussion still?
Yep.
Yeah.
Until they can do it couple 2-3 weeks in a row.
Until you're like 50% or better in the red zone,
it's an
issue. Yeah.
Dak doesn't have a single run inside the. He's got one run in the red zone. I think it was a scramble. He hasn't run the ball yet on goal to go situations. That completely eliminates one of your weapons. You know?
Wonder why? Why, Nate?
Why what? Because they won't put a tight end on one side, a tight end on the other side, a fullback and a tailback.
And run low
and
left.
Roll level, have a low right. That's why. Until they do that, they
when him and Tony Pollard bumped into each other, I literally said, man, they should have ran low left or low right, like Nate said.
Was the Lipke, was that a low right?
That's fullback dive.
Fullback dive.
That was good vision by him, by the way.
Was it? Like a blind. What you about? Which one? Like a blind mouse just running into it and just finding his way into the. Just running to the back of the guy.
We finally score our running red zone touchdown, and it's a blind squirrel.
It's a blind mice just running into the wall until he runs and finds a little opening in the hole and just fell in the end zone.
Do we feel good about the defense again?
Yes.
Oh man,
we're good there for another week.
I can put it with 150, but when you hit the 200-yard mark, don't do that.
That was a one-off, brother. Like they shut this run game down. Mm-hmm. This run game didn't even have 75 yards. They shut this run game down, and that's what you want to see. You know who you saw in the game? You saw LVE active. You saw Damone Clark active. You want to know why?
Why?
Because the dudes up front was keeping those offensive linemen off the linebacker. They were able to free flow and make tackles. That's what you asked those guys up front to do, and they did it. They
53 yards rushing is all they got.
And that's why I said to you guys last week that I just trust Dan Quinn, and I knew that was going to be a topic of discussion, the energy, the effort, and just being alignment and assignment sound. Like, if you do that part, if you just do that part, you give yourself an opportunity to win because of the athletes that you have. But when this league is far too great and has far too many great players and far too many great coaches for you to be purposefully out of alignment, for you to be purposefully not where you're supposed to be and think you're going to be successful over a long period of time. It will never work that way in this league. And when you saw guys doing what they were supposed to do, you saw Micah had 8 pressures. You saw the sacks coming. You saw the tackles being made at the line of scrimmage or in the backfield. Those guys didn't get a chance to get going downhill because the guys who were supposed to be gap eaters, who were supposed to be man eaters, who were supposed to be, pushing that line of scrimmage in the negative, were doing what they were supposed to do so that all the other second level guys can come in and just be, cleaner uppers and finish the tackle. So if they can continue to do that, they'll find themselves on the winning side of dominating games, because if I can control the line of scrimmage, both offensively and defensively, I give myself a much better. I give myself to you. I give myself away.
Yes.
I give myself away.
Yes.
So you can use me. It's a gospel song.
That's a gospel song.
Give myself away.
Yeah.
Never heard that.
So the O-line, the D-line, give
yourself away.
Yeah,
there you go. That is the theme. That's the theme of the week. Give yourself away. There you go right there.
I'm drinking the juice. Let me get some more water.
All right, since we're talking about the defense, the only
Deron Bland.
Oh man.
The juice squeezer. The juice squeezer. The juice.
What a find that is.
He squeezed the juice, did he?
What a find that is. Jesse gonna let you know when he's right.
Throw out his shoulder.
He's patting both
Hey, look at him.
both backs.
He squeezed Mr. Juice for everything.
I told y'all the Gooch gonna give us 1. Deron got 2.
He did get 2.
That crossfield pass was so bad.
The first one he got away with. I was like, you ain't Mahomes.
Hey, man.
Who dropped it? Was it J-Ron again?
He dropped one out right in front of his face.
Yeah, but he's dropped 2 this year, hadn't he? Didn't he have another one in a game?
One too many.
Yeah, that hit him right in the hands. He was gone too, wasn't he?
He would have been. Yeah, there was nobody there. It was just,
that's right.
So I need some help. I only have one question.
Mac, what you need?
I only have one question about the entire game. Why, when you're up 30 points in the fourth quarter and the defense goes back on the field, why is number 11, after he's already been in the tent and he's limping, sack?
I can tell you
why is he
right
on the field?
Sack. Because he knows they're going to throw the ball and he wants sacks.
It doesn't matter what he wants.
Yeah, not what he meant.
It's what your coach wants.
You
Sit your butt down.
You really think you're going to?
I'm not.
And the coach not either.
They've got to see the big picture, though. I mean, we all saw Micah got worn out in the last year. Even he admitted it. What, like 12 sacks, first 11 games?
He ain't played over 24 minutes yet.
I don't know. But
he
still,
ain't
why?
played over 24 minutes yet.
But
Why?
still,
Yeah, he needs
take
to
a chance
work.
of somebody rolling his ankle. Like even I was even a little like, why is Dak out there right now?
Why was Kobe out there? Why was Mike out
I
there?
know, but
Why these great players stay on the field? Why these Jesse? Tell them why the great players stay on the field.
We all know it's tough to get Mike off the field.
Yeah.
They don't do that stuff. They don't want to come off the field.
When he walked to the sideline and fell on his knees.
Yeah.
You know what he was saying? Lord, just let me get back. Lord, let me be able to get back out here. He wasn't saying, how bad am I hurt?
Everybody's getting one. Let
me get a sack.
But if you're Jerry, don't you get on the elevator and immediately go down and walk out on the field and go,
Does he still do that? Does Jerry still do that?
He does not.
But he should. He don't do it. He don't do it as much.
I was to say, does he still do that?
Like, do y'all have a problem with that? That bothers me a little, just from an injury standpoint. I'm not.
Bothered me.
The games that these guys have won, you can literally say, with 7 minutes left in the third quarter, you can start substituting. 3 games, you can start substituting. Either, lessening the guys' reps. But it's gonna come a point, and I'm glad we got through Micah. I'm with you. I'm glad because this week here you ain't gonna rest.
Exactly.
No.
This week here you ain't gonna rest.
Come December when you play Philly, Buffalo, Miami, Detroit, you're not going to rest.
Yeah.
So why not rest them now?
I'm torn because you over there, Mr. Jukebox. Said you have all the songs ready.
I'm drinking this water trying to break this shit up.
Because as a player, I never wanted to come off the field.
Play.
I want to play, especially when you know
it's limited.
When you know, when you know that there is,
you get an interception. You get an interception.
When you know that there's an opportunity for your side of the ball
to pad your stats,
to pad them, I want in.
Course,
I want in.
Get them early in the season so you don't have to play late in the season. Because you don't want to be like 1 sack away or 1 interception away.
But now that I sit here in this seat as Zaddy,
the voice of reason,
as Zaddy Holly, you know what I mean, as the voice of reason, I go, get the guys out the game.
So you could say I'm just speaking whatever. You can say that
you're speaking.
He's being
real words.
Selfish. Selfish. He's being selfish.
Yes,
he's not looking towards the team in the future. He's looking for his stats right now.
You see how Kurt wanted to sugarcoat that just in case somebody went back to
I was
Micah.
trying to, he ain't gonna care what I
he done wrecked a couple of tight ends live.
Oh yeah, we ain't getting Mike on the show. Ain't no chance. He comes on the show, Kurt. You ain't asking no questions.
Selfish.
Great players are.
Can we find another word than selfish?
Well, that's harsh. I agree, but he's looking out for himself.
Micah Irvin.
And it's not that selfish is a harsh word. It's more
Smith, selfish. Troy
it's
Aikman,
almost I deserve this
really
opportunity to pad the stats.
Charles Haley, super selfish.
Like I think it's like I get the word selfish, but it comes off like it's Micah has done enough for this team, his teammates. That I deserve a couple alley-oops.
Yeah.
I deserve a couple cherry picks. Like I've said the reason why Osa and Golston and Fowler and all the rest of y'all are eating right now is because when they break the huddle, nothing against those guys. They ain't looking for 56. When they break the huddle, they ain't looking for number 90. When they break the huddle, they're not saying, boy, that number 92 sure is a game record. They're not saying that about those guys. And this is not a shot at any of those dudes, but it's just the reality of it. When the quarterback says the play and he goes, ready, break, and they turn around.
And the center go.
They're doing this. They ain't doing that because they're trying to find where Leighton Vander Esch is at. They're doing this. They're finding, where is the alien? Okay, there he is.
I want him doing
now
that
we can go
in
to
December. I want him doing that in December. If I'm his teammate, I'm saying, I want that in December.
Then you going to get it.
I don't,
17 minutes, 15 minutes, 24 minutes, 24 minutes. They, last year, go back and check it, it was 35, 20. They had to carry this thing. They are not. Go back and check the time of possession. We're averaging maybe about 33 minutes a game.
Right.
Them guys are on the bench. The thing we got to hope for and pray for is that this kid, everybody else, if nobody got sacks, he ain't going to be as upset. But if other folks got sacks, he going to want a sack. And he going to hang out. He going to hang out a little bit. So we just got to make sure he get early success. Because, bro, you know what? I have never... I had people come in my lives that were close to me say, man, you don't never, that's selfish of them. They da. And I used to tell them, like, you know what? You see what you got right there? I call that selfish person over there. That selfish person didn't want to do this appearance, so I got it. So let's change that selfish. You need to get to know his wife and his mama.
And it's probably one of those things too, because he is a leader. And he wants to be out on the field. If you're the coaching staff, you're probably like, look, I owe this to this guy. Like, he's proven to his teammates, like, hey, I'm hurt. I'm banged up, right? But I still want to go out there and
you're
we're
hurt.
up 30.
If the coaches are like, their best interest is the team and what happens in December.
I'm with you.
They got to protect the player from himself.
Well, you know what's so funny? They should have been thinking that when he was wrecking all our practices out there in training camp.
Probably should have.
They should have been thinking that right
probably
there.
should've.
Yeah, him and the guy that blew out his
And they told him to back
digs,
off,
them were just
didn't they?
wrecking it. I mean,
Maybe that's why the offensive line's so banged up this year. Micah beat the hell out of him in training camp. Jeez. All right, let's
you know what, man? This is. Thank you, Jesse. Thank you, Kurt. Thank you.
You putting it to bed?
Oh, yeah, I already got my 49ers right down there. I ain't putting this up in there with the 49ers.
It'll be a good
Now,
game.
a play on words, Jess. A play on words, Kurt. A play on words right quick. Like, everybody keeps saying, I don't like it. The word I use is challenge. The challenge is the 49ers. Everybody else keeps saying it's a test. It's a test. When you're taking a test, that means that you kind of don't know who you are. You're trying to figure things out. That's just how it plays in my mind. How do you look at it? Is this a challenge for the Cowboys or is this a test?
Next, coming up after the break, we'll ask.
Yeah,
we'll
that's a
answer.
tease. There we go. Nate Newton, tease of the show.
Way to
Let's
go, Jess.
I got
Way
you.
to go.
Nate's
I
on
got
point. We'll be right back. The last segment. Find out if we're testing or challenging this week on Hanging with the Boys.
I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys.
And they snap it to Prescott, who looks right. It's not there. He escapes left. He'll run for a first down.
Just like football, when it comes to crypto, it's important to have a team you can trust. With blockchain.com, I know I'm in good hands. Since 2011, they've been trusted by millions around the world to buy, sell, and trade cryptocurrency.
Prescott's going to run this himself. Run it up the middle, and he scores.
Whether you're new to crypto or an active trader, they've got you covered. What are you waiting for? Get started at blockchain.com.
How's Wingstop sound? Crispy, juicy, classic wings. Made to order, cooked to perfection. And sauced and tossed in those 11 soul-satisfying flavors. Paired with hand-cut seasoned fries, house-made honey mustard, blue cheese, or signature Wingstop ranch. And, of course, spicy Cajun fried corn. I think you've heard enough. Get your flavor delivered at wingstop.com.
SeatGeek has your back no matter what kind of Cowboys fan you are. So whether you're a diehard fan or a don't really care fan, a we got 'em next time fan or we'll never win again fan, a here for the tailgate fan or a first one through the gates fan, SeatGeek not only makes buying and selling tickets easier than ever before, they made just about everything else easier too. So whether you're a here every week fan or haven't been here in years fan, SeatGeek has you covered. Download the SeatGeek app today. SeatGeek, your ticket to great Dallas Cowboys seats.
James Wright here, your 2022 Dallas Cowboys Fan of the Year. You know how much I love my Cowboys, and I am thrilled to be talking to you about the 2023 Fan of the Year award presented by Captain Morgan. We're looking for the ultimate Cowboys fan to spice up the game. That means you eat, sleep, and breathe the Dallas Cowboys. If that's you, or if you know someone like me, then go to dallascowboys.com/fan of the year and you could win tickets to Super Bowl 58 and so much more. Enter today.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Welcome back, Victory Monday. Last segment of Hanging with the Boys with our beautiful new sign on the table.
Yes, sir. Our new sign on the table.
Pancake Customs.
Yeah.
And each and every show, the last segment of the show is brought to you by Jigsaw, the proud dating partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
You draw circles on your paper. Is that like a nervous tick, or
Yeah.
like that's just how you focus? You like
No,
ADD?
I just.
All right, I always see you do it. I didn't know.
I can't. I'm not an art. I can't draw for crap. So I can make a little circle. I can't draw.
I can't draw.
I can't draw you,
But I got a circle.
You know, I heard that Jerry does that in meetings. It keeps him focused.
Well, it's a lot of zeros that, you know.
He's got them. I don't.
Yeah, you ain't got enough zeros yet.
Enough zeros, enough commas.
I guess that is like helps me focus. Like, because when I'm doing that, I like listen. I zone in on what everybody's saying.
You can hear Jerry
zone in on that challenge and that test.
When Jerry does his interviews, you can hear him like scratching on like the paper a lot of times. When he does the radio interviews,
eating breakfast sometimes.
Yeah, that salt.
The plates clinging. I used to love that. Awesome.
Tea glass stirring.
All right, great question, Nate. So for people just tuning in, what was your question?
There's no way he's going to be able to tell you what he said before.
My question was simply this right here.
Let's see.
A lot of people that I've met, and a few of the shows, not everyone, I can't go that far. When they ask me the question, it's going to be a great test for the Cowboys this week, and I like to think that it's going to be a great challenge. A challenge is something that you can go and conquer, that you have that you feel you can pass, you feel you can be on top of a challenge. But a test is like now I'm second guessing me, or I'm second guessing what's going to happen, and I don't like to go into a game like that. And that's how Coach Johns used to say, "Hey, this is the challenge this week, fellas." He wasn't never, this is a test. Let's see where we at. And I wouldn't even give that speech to my players. Hey, it's a test, Jess. Let's just see where we're at. That's what I'm feeling about that. What do you guys think? Is that the right words? Is that a play on words?
To me, I think
is it real?
I guess you could dissect it and really what's the true meaning. But I mean, to your point, it's like a test means you don't think of yourself as equal to that team. Like you're playing a superior.
And if
you
they
could translate
you
that
can
way.
try to give yourself an A, or B, or a C.
A challenge is like we're on the same level. Let's see where we're at.
Okay, so all right, so play on words that you just made.
Yeah.
A challenge. Mm-hmm. Are the Cowboys and the Niners on the same level?
We'll find
That's
out.
what I'm.
We'll find out.
Yes.
Are they?
I tell you, if they had not done what they did last week, I would say yes, absolutely. They're right there. In fact, the Cowboys may be better. But what they threw up in Arizona makes me think
Could be a test.
know. I don't know if they have an identity yet. I think they're really close.
The Cowboys.
I think it's the team goes as the defense goes because Dak isn't having to do much. They're a run-first team, which at the beginning of the year, if you would have told us that with all these
Isn't that the 49ers?
Weapons, no, the Cowboys.
Isn't that the 49ers?
So,
right.
This is I have to find it. Kurt, you probably find it better than I could. But I said a tweet a couple months, and this is not a pat on the back type thing.
No.
No way.
For the first time all day long.
You did it to yourself.
He dislocated both elbows.
Oh, yeah.
I did.
Get some Bengay.
But historically, teams usually build their rosters to defeat the other teams in their division.
Yes, sir.
Right? Because that's the first challenge or test or whatever it is you want to call it, is we have to win our division. You win your division, you find yourself in the playoffs, and then you go from there. And you hope you have a roster good enough to compete with whoever you have to compete against in the playoffs. But I just felt like when you look at the way that the Niners are built and then the way the Cowboys had built their roster, I said, this looks very similar to the Niners. Like, this roster looks like a roster that was built not to beat Philadelphia, not to beat Washington, not to beat New York. This roster looked like it was built with the mindset of we have to beat San Francisco. Like, everything that you looked at San Francisco was good at, we tried to improve in those areas. And it looks like this team was built to contend and compete at a very high level against the Niners, which is rare because you always worried about winning your division first and then you deal with what you have to deal with in the conference. But we'll see. This is a challenge that the Cowboys have to face this week. And a test. A challenge, a test.
And the great thing about it,
quiz.
It fits right with the Philadelphia challenge. It's, as close as you're talking there, it still fits right in with the top of our division. So I'm with you, man. How are you looking at it, Kurt? Test, challenge?
I guess I like your reasoning for challenge. So I hadn't really thought about it that way because you do hear it's a test and everything. But, yeah, I mean, it's going to be a heck of a challenge.
Because, I mean, even in the old-time Westerns, they used to say, hey, man, I'm going to test my speed against yours. It was a life or death. Dudes challenge.
You don't test somebody to a gunfight.
But I'm just saying. But to Cowboy fans,
I'll test you
this is a life. Cowboy fan, this is life and death.
I also think it's life. I'm not saying life and death for the players because you got a game following that the next week, and life and death is very precious thing. So we're not saying
being careful with it.
But mentally, this is a mental hurdle that the Cowboys have to get over.
Man.
Like they've been bullied twice by the Niners.
Yeah,
and you want to be able to find yourself in a position to go, we punched the bully back in the face. If not, it's going to haunt you because guess what? At the rate that the Niners are going, the road to getting to Vegas looks like you might have to go through that same team again. So if they punch you in the mouth for the third time in 2 years, that's going to be a tough mental battle to get over. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the Buffalo days when they played the Cowboys so many times. They were like, man, not these guys. You start saying this, not these guys. Like, not the bully again. Hey man, I ain't got no lunch money. I tucked my chain in. I ain't got nothing on your 40. Please, Debo, just leave me alone.
Just drive by.
But you know what's even more important? Now, depending on what happened next week, you either 1 down or 2 down on Philly and the 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
You just don't want that to keep creeping. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere you got to close the gap and make this thing go past Thanksgiving. So when we do look back, we can make a good decision on whether we're going to rest Micah Parsons at the end or do we need Micah Parsons at the end. So you don't want to – these 1 or 2 games here, 12 and 5, that's a great record. But if the other team 13 and 4,
there we go, math coming through.
Now you finna be home.
You mathing over there, baby.
Now you finna be traveling. So,
and if you look at it on paper, like you said, they're built very similar.
All 3 teams.
But if you say those names on the offensive side of the ball that they got in San Francisco,
just think
we don't have a Christian McCaffrey. We don't have a George Kittle.
No, but we
got some tools.
Right.
We don't have a Debo Samuel. We don't,
And likely so. I like to believe
talk myself right out.
But no, but
you get yourself ready to a test.
No, but in the same respect is while they have Debo and they have Brandon Ayuk, they don't have a CD Lamb.
Right.
Yeah.
Say what you want. Say what you want about Brock Purdy. I don't think Brock Purdy better than Dak Prescott.
I agree.
So they don't have a Dak Prescott. And while Christian McCaffrey may be superior, Tony Pollard's not that far away.
Right.
Like they don't have a Zach Martin. They do got a good left tackle. I ain't gonna say that. Trent Williams. Trent Williams. Don't get me wrong. He is the bully of the bulliest.
They don't have a Cavante.
You know what? Let's just wait till Wednesday.
Okay.
Because
let's just say
Patriots. We whooped on the Patriots.
No, because what he's saying can bring up some heavy debates. And the players that you're comparing, and it brings up heavy debate if you go to thinking because their players, even though we say we close, so they don't have this, they have won. And I remember when we played them the first few times, we beat them, and the comparisons would be brought up, but it only changed when they got William Floyd, their fullback. He gave them courage.
Well, that's the big. And
who is that player?
This is. We'll get into this during the week. The one thing that it's a must that I see from this Cowboys team is, I know without a shadow of a doubt, they're not traveling, so they're coming from home.
Right.
The Niners are bringing a physical mentality to the football game. Mm-hmm. And you and I had this debate because you're like, they didn't pass. You can't. Toughness.
That was my Cowboy stupidity.
Toughness is either in you or it ain't. There is no, you can't manufacture it. And as a unit, as a culture, as a team, that's what the Niners bring. They bring a level of physicality, of toughness, of just sheer, I'm going to punch you in the mouth over and over and over and over and over again. Like that Marshawn Lynch, he's like, I'm just going to bust him up in the head over and over and over. And he's like, what does that mean?
Over and over.
And you know what?
I'm going to bust him in the head till he don't want to go no more.
And then you watch this Pittsburgh Steelers game, their first game of the year, where they just turned the ball over a couple of times, right on the 5, and it's still, and the 49ers looked at it, y'all still ain't going to score.
Yeah. So it's
they
going to be
did,
an interesting
bro.
one. But the Cowboys defeated the Patriots.
Is it a test or is it a challenge?
That's the word of the week,
baby. Good show, fellas. Enjoyed it, Kurt. Chris,
nice
thanks
sign,
for keeping
man.
us on the air. Thanks to our buddies over at Pancake Customs. We will be back tomorrow, same time, same place.
Hanging with
Victory Tuesday.
Hanging with them boys.
Hanging.
Boys.
We out.
See ya.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!